Hey guys, SJW Central here. Today we have a great video to go over. We'll play it first and then talk about it later, so make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, drop a like on this video and share it around. It helps a ton. Before we begin, just a quick word from our sponsor. I want to thank Waz Candle Studio today for sponsoring this video, and I can't help but think that if SJWs had purchased their huge scented candles, they would be much less of an assholes. Only two SJW viewers get 20% off when buying a 16 or a 26 ounce scented candle using code NOSJW20. You can go wrong with scents like strawberry shortcake, caramel woods, blueberry cheesecake, and a plethora of others. Also check out their new wax melt gift. All of them are American grown, by the way. The link is in the description. Make sure to use code NOSJW20 to get your 20% off. Enjoy the video.
If you would all stop yelling, this is what Democrats do. They start yelling before you can even answer the question. I am trying to ask a question. You call white people autistic kids. You say we all work at Chick-fil-A and never work for anything. You call us white, you call it, no, these are all tweets that I have screenshots of. But how can you, let me ask my damn question. How can you say you talk about freedom and equality and all these things, but you talk about a certain group of people as if you put them in these stereotypes?
Okay, so you need stereotypes in order to do any sort of evolutionary justice work. You can't fight for the poor unless there are people who are poor. And some people who are poor have wealthy uncles, so like, you can't say that all people are poor who are poor. Yes, you can. You need stereotypes. There are papers I can give you to. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings.
You did not hurt my feelings.
Stop. So you need stereotypes if you're going to talk about justice for you. You can't fight for women if, like, someone says, well, you know, there's some trans people who, like, no, you need to talk about generalities that accept, that admit exceptions. And if you get individualized in the discourse, you'll never actually fight for any sort of group rights. And this is how you get the not all men. So like, so apparently we don't have a problem with like producers in California because like Henry Winkler, the Fonzie, is actually a good guy. So like, we shouldn't just say like, maybe we have a problem with how we teach men how to be real power in California in that position of power. No, you need stereotypes in order, you need generalizations, you need heuristics in order to do serious justice works. And it's a strategy to pretend that like all white people are individuals. Especially when you look at the wealth numbers.
So you're not saying we're all individuals? I never worked at Chick-fil-A. I'm Jewish and I'm a member of the LGBT community. And you're putting me in this group of people who supposedly worked at Chick-fil-A. You're an instructor here. You teach a course and you subject students to this kind of hateful ass rhetoric. And I think it is a damn shame that people go to this university and you subject them to that. Have you ever looked at your Rate My Professor reviews? You subject people to negative rhetoric against white people when you don't know every white person that goes to this university. You don't know anybody's struggle.
We shouldn't talk about maybe we should do something on masculinity unless we meet every single man. No, this is, I feel like this is a naive trope. I know that's where you're at. I'm at a different place.
You said that every suburban community in Georgia raises white supremacists. How can you possibly say that? You don't know what every white community in Georgia does. That is an extreme statement. That's an extreme statement. I live in one too, and I didn't have the typical heterosexual, no, I'm talking now. I did not have the same heterosexual experience that people in these communities had. So how can you generalize me into this stereotype when you don't know my experiences?
So you just asked him a question, I was going to answer it, okay?
I don't feel like he's answered my question at all. I didn't even realize, y'all yelled at me while I was trying to ask my question.
Well, so you just asked one, now let him answer it. He can answer it, and when he's done, you can ask another one. Does that sound good?
In the South, by covering the appearance of niceness with like actual thought and concern. And maybe I'm wrong in that, but I suspect people who've grown up here and consider themselves very Southern would agree that manners have a very complicated role in sustaining oppression. Right? And if we're not going to talk about that, and we're not going to talk about manners as a tool to cover, like, I feel like it's inappropriate.
There's nothing brave about coming to a room of people and saying things that they all agree with and that they're going to snap for when it's fucking wrong. What you say is wrong. You don't know everybody's experiences here. You don't. So how can you teach a class that is a prereq for some people to graduate, that is a requirement for some people to graduate, that they are subjected to taking, and you say such hateful ass stuff as that? I'm not oppressed. I'm not. No, I'm not oppressed. But there are people on this campus who are, that he's putting into a box, and that's not appropriate.
I have not prompted these people. I strongly suggest you talk to them about whether their class for me was worthwhile. I was just my own philosophy class right now. I'll tell you, it's fantastic.
Now first of all, notice how at the beginning of him being called out, it justifies stereotypes when it refers to white people. But I bet he would walk it all back when you will use it against any other minority who is basically not a white male. Now I did my own digging over Professor Irami Usei Frimpong at Rate My Professor, which according to the student was abysmal, but from what I have seen he has a 3.8 score, which I guess is average. So either the student lied, or the site covered up for the professor by deleting negative reviews, because all of the good reviews are heavily downvoted and the one bad review has 10 times the upvotes of all the other reviews. Here's the review. Breakout session was essentially useless to the actual class. All he talked about was the civil rights movement in Athens, which is important but not the time and place for it. Also told me in front of the class that since I was in a sorority, I was bound to end up hooked up on Xanax and living in Peachtree City. Good times, just kidding, total waste of time. This review, by the way, was left in April 2018, way before this video was surfacing, so it can't be a brigade of the video trying to ruin this professor's life. This guy is in the philosophy department, so the civil rights movement or any mention of social justice really has little to do with the class. It's just a further proof that the professors in humanities department are Marxist recruiters. And I myself couldn't help but notice it when I took a humanity class in the university. Funnily enough, it was Greek philosophy. After the class, two of my classmates, a man and a woman, approached me to ask me if I want to go with them right now to protest against an alleged rape case of a faculty member over a female student, without knowing any of the facts regarding the case. Needless to say, I declined the request and went on to my next class, but you can imagine my shock when I later found out that it was a false rape claim and they wasted their time protesting something they knew nothing about. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video and share it around. And if you want to help the channel out, there is a link in the description for both Patreon and Subscribe Star, whichever you prefer. See you on the next one. Peace.
Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice based. Agree with me or you'll